the Meredith Wilsons, The Music Man, with our music director, Ms. Helen Stanley.
You can talk, 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 pick, you can talk all you want, but it's different than a boss. No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Wait, the Model T Ford made the trouble, made the people wanna go, wanna get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat. Who's gonna patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What are you talking? Where do you get it? Not the Model T at all. Take a gander at the store, at the modern store, at the present day store, at the present day modern departmentalized grocery store.
What do you talk?
Where do you
get it?
Where do you get it? You can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, bicker, you can talk all you want, but it's different than it was. No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Why? You need a biscuit made the trouble. You need to put the crackers in the package, You need a biscuit in an airtight, sanitary package made the Cracker Barrel obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with the Americans cut crumbs thrown by the stove. Changed the approach of the traveling salesman, made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you gotta know the territory.
Gone.
Go with the hog-head Gaston Demijohn. Go with the sugar barrel pickle milk can. Go with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever meet a fellow in the name Hill?
Hill. No.
Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman, Hill.
Now, it doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the bell's line?
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
With the Cracker Barrel being obsolete, with the Union biscuit in an airtight sanitary package of the Model T Ford. Just a minute. Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
For a doggone thing. He's just a bad beat, bell ring, big hall, great coat, neck enough, great roar, and every time bullseye salesman. Bad person, Harold Hill.
No, what's his line?
He's a fake, and he doesn't know the territory.
No, what do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a music man. He sells clarinets to the kids in the town, the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass, and the piccolo uniforms too, with the shiny gold radio and coat and a big red stripe runner.
Well, I don't know much about this, but I do know you can't make me some big trombones, no sir. Get a pig sprat and here and there juice heart.
No, fellas, those bands, boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king and he dies and he counts and he plucks and he shines, and when the man dances, certainly boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, across the state line to Iowa. River City, population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state. Board?
All right, if you're all through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill. You really know Harold Hill? Never saw him in my life, but I know this much. He's giving every one of us a black eye. After he's worked the town over, the next salesman to arrive gets automatically tarred and feathered and rode out to see the limits on our radio. You think that's funny? Wait till it happens to you.
But why should he get rode out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach them kids to play.
Well,
And to form them kids into a band, with himself as the leader.
What's wrong with that?
You don't know one note from another, that's what's wrong with that. He can't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'm going to catch up with that swindling two-bit thimble-rigger, and when I do, I'll swing on him so. But I won't do this trip. Not in Iowa. Even the great Professor Hill wouldn't try to sell those next boat Hawkeyes out here.
Board? All aboard?
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
Don't believe I dropped it. man in charge of hiring Riggs, who is late as usual.
Hey, Gregory!
Marcellus!
You old son of a gun! What in? Shh! But Greg!
Professor Hill's the name. Harold Hill.
But Greg, what are you doing here? Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
I didn't know I was coming myself. Besides, how'd I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big slugger when you were in business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you work. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl. Ethel Toppelmeyer, boss's niece.
Gone legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
What's the new pitch? Oh no, Greg, you're not back in the band business. I heard you was in steam automobile.
I was.
Well, what happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Now, give me the lowdown here, Mars.
You'll never get anyone in the band business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we got us a stuck-up music teacher here who will expose you before you get your ribs unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's a librarian. Female.
Perfect, that's just what I wanted to hear. If she passes by this point, point her out to me.
I will. How you gonna start the pitch?
Same as always, keep the music teacher off balance, and my next step would be to get this town out of the serious trouble it's in.
River City isn't in any trouble.
Then I'll have to invent some. I'll have to create a desperate need for a kid's band. Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Except the billiard parlor just put in a new pool table.
They've never had a pool table before?
No, only billiards.
That'll do. See you around, Mars, and don't forget, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Ah, Mr. Dunlop? Yes. Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you're not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a bitter pleasure, you mind. I'm not saying I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spent with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate foresight and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take a try and get an ironclad lead to yourself from a three-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a ball-blind game, I say that any move and take and shove a ball in a pocket. I call that swap. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradance first. Medicinal wine from it. And beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son's playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listening to some big out-of-town Jasper. You don't have horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where you sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on day and flat, making fun boy, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pops on the table. Pops that mark the difference between a gentleman and a ball with a capital B and that glass with B and that stands a pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. Your young men will be frittering. Frittering away there. Time, supper time, for time. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind. Make your life cool in the screen door patch. You stay down. Never mind. Get caught with his sister and the Saturday night and that's trouble. Oh, yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. Thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker shirt deal, peeking in the pool hall windows that school. You got trouble. Folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. No, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. I'd like to know what kind of conversation goes on while loafing around the hall. They'll be trying out people, trying out Cubans, trying out tan things like cigarette beans, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breakfast. And said one fine night, they'll leave the pool hall, heading for the dance of the army, libertine men in scarlet, women in rags, kings, built dragons, sun in your arm, off to the jungle, and the Wednesday, mass hysteria, ran to the idle brain as the devil's playground, trouble, right here in River City, with a capital T that binds with P that stands pool. We surely got trouble, right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones marvel after school.
Our children's gonna have trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. The moment your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in a corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell, and
Mama. Keep on, Amaryllis. I'll be there in a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Mama. Fine, dear. Now your exercises.
I don't remember the library being open last 4th of July.
It was, Mama, all evening. Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh? Who?
I don't know. I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis. So, no longer me a little slower, and please keep the fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, I couldn't have hurt you to have found out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment, the buffalo mentality of River City people, and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library has been entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural levels, I can't help my concern that all the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can put Balzac and Shakespeare and all the other highfalutin Greeks.
Now, Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed the subject. I was talking about that stranger.
What stranger?
In a suitcase with maybe your very last chance.
Now, Mama, do you think I'd allow a common matcher? Now, really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, if you don't mind my saying so. There's not a man alive who could hope to measure up to the blend of all money, St. Pratt, and Noah Windsor. You can come in for yourself and your Irish imagination. I will suffer just in your library full of books.
Well, if that is the best I've ever heard.
Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May?
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, dear.
Winthrop, it's after dark, and is that the way to walk into the house? That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. The lady over there is your sister, young man. Hello, Winthrop. Winthrop, where's your manners? I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I would especially like it very much if you'd come. Winthrop? Well, Winthrop, Amaryllis asked you to her party. Are you going or aren't you?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
You know the little girl's name. He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed. We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop? I'll bet he won't say it.
No, thank you, Amaryllis.
Amaryllis? Amaryllis? He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people just because he lisps?
It's not only because he lisps. That's just part of it, Amaryllis.
What's the other part?
Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much.
Not even you and your mother?
No, dear. We all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do to him. I say goodnight to him on the evening star. You have to do it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
There, darling, don't cry. You have lots of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
won the Evening Star.
I know, Amaryllis, but for the time being, just say goodnight, my someone. You can put the right name in when the someone comes along.
All right, it's better than nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece.
Now I may play my crosshand piece.
And to J.C. Squires for his fine stereopticon slides. And to Ethel Topmeyer, our fine piano. As mayor of River City, I welcome your River citizens to the 4th of July exercises set up for the indoors here at Madison Gymnasium and count the weather. Score and set! The members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. Oh, the members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreeing about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watani girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle, My Wife, in which my wife, Eulalie McKechnie-Sim, will take a leading part.
So with all my blows and the rose of the finest virtuosos, the Thundery, a very famous man. 76 Romper's caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds bringing up the light winds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottom, Tiffany, and horse platoons. Thundering all along the way. Double bell, euphoniums, and big bassoons. Each bassoon having its big bad say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery. Thundering, thundering, louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters were improvisable, octave higher than the sky. Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid, Professor. He's tough. He got his gang waiting outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Oh, gee, Professor, that's for the little kids.
I don't need you playing in the band. Well, you're mechanically minded, aren't you? Ever do anything with perpetual motion?
Nearly had it a couple of times.
Perfect. You're my man. Do you realize that no one has ever invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? Good place to hang the music.
Wonder where I could get some wire from.
Look in your cellar, Tommy. That's where people keep wire. Oh, Tommy.
Yes, sir?
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Young lady, young miss, could you come here for a minute? Yes, you. Come on down here. What is your name?
Zanita, I didn't have any idea you were expecting to meet. God!
Zanita, do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, escort this young lady home.
Only excepting I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. God!
Tommy, escort this young lady home by way of the library. By way of the, candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir.
God!
Well, Professor Hill, I must admit, you're pretty bright young fellow, but you made a few mistakes.
Oh?
First, the mayor's the owner of that billiard parlor and that new pool table.
What was my other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's oldest girl.
Just a minute, Professor Hill. We'd like to have your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificates.
Nothing of the kind.
We need letters and papers.
Make them put up a bond! Wait a minute. What am I hearing? Say. Ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't sing, young man, if that's what you're...
All right then. Talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
See, singing is only sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you.
Ice cream.
Not you, sir.
Ice cream.
Together.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of these men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you are wrong. One of these men have hated each other for over 15 years.
How can there be?
How can there be any sin in sin? Where is our good in goodbye, in goodbye? Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin in sin? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No.
I've got some wonderful characters.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? And what college do they give a degree for harassing women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a conservatory man myself, Gary, Indiana. Old middle class of about 5.
Even if that should happen to be true, should I give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? And another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in that library which may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Hey, Gregory!
Hey, Marcellus, and don't call me Greg.
How'd you make out with that music teacher?
Scrumptious. Ate out of my hand the moment I tipped my hat.
You did? Boy, did you got a swap tonight. For a minute, even I thought you knew something about me in the band. Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fella, Becky Joplin.
Yeah. Ah, kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days, son. Just you keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? But it used to only take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
It does, still does. Takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Oh, no, Greg. You haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But you don't know anything about how to be a professor.
Marcellus.
But you don't know one note from another.
I have a revolutionary method called the think system. where you don't bother with notes.
But in 4 weeks, the people want to hear music. You'll have to lead a band.
Yeah, but when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else anyway. At least long enough for me to collect and lead. All this is a refined operation, son, and I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. And now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
You're gonna line yourself up with a little canoodling, huh?
Well, then.
Say, I can fix you up an Edna's sister. Lovely girl, teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Listen, boy, a girl who trades in all that purity really wants to trade my independence for her security. The only young primitive she will follow refers to marching down the aisle, no bold and glorious, believe me, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no dad do I play ball. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss, I can ignorance be compared to this. I smile, I hiss, for the lady who knows what time it is. I cheer, I rave, for the virtue I'm too late to save. The sad but wise girl for me. Bright-eyed, blushing, breathless, baby, oh baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No, to a young miss who keeps resisting all the time. She keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. Blah! I flinch, I shine. When the last of the delicate air goes by, I smile, I grin. When a gal with a touch of sin walks in, I hope, I pray. All has to do with just one more in. Sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me. Sadder but wiser girl for me.
My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes, I'm reticent.
Yes, of course, Mrs. Shin. I understand. But you see, part of my plans include a committee on the dance, and Mrs. Shin, your front, the way you raised it just now.
Well, you see, I have a bunion.
What form? What grace? What expression of line and movement?
Mr. Hill!
You must accept the chairmanship of the committee of the ladies' dance, mustn't you? Every move you make, Mrs. Shin, bespeaks Del Salt. Will you say yes, Mrs. Shin?
Eulalie McKechnie Shin, dancing well.
And you accept?
Yes, indeed.
And now the young lady who plays the piano, Marion Crew, I believe, after all, she is the librarian.
Pick a little tum-tum, pick a little tum-tum, tick-tick-tick, come along, pick a little more, pick a little tum-tum, pick a little tum-tum, tick-tick-tick, come along, pick a little more, pick a little tum-tum, pick a little tum-tum, tick-tick-tick, come along, pick a little more, pick a little tum-tum, pick a little tum-tum, tick-tick-tick-tick-tick-tick. Probably that's her. Her kind of woman doesn't take long on any committee. I'll put that to tell you this, but she has actually stronger. She made crazy overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town until she came here. Oh, Miser Madison.
Miser Madison? Madison Hospital? Madison Picnic Park? Madison Gymnasium? That Miser Madison?
Exactly! Who did he think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say, show up. He had to tell the library too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city.
But he left all the
books to her. She was sitting, going and coming from his place. Oh yes, oh yes. That woman made brave natural. Who did you take down the TV? She had gold in her eyes and the voice of the Captain Gray. Just held her hand, you revealed. She did. I want to say, oh, here, the women watch. He ran to the city, the library building, country hands on the books in the garden. Also,
Just a minute here. We need your credentials. Oh, yes. I have just put you in under my hotel agreement, but I have just followed me. Good night, ladies.
It's all right. I know everything, and it doesn't make any difference. What are you talking about? You were probably very young, and anyone can make a mistake. What? No apologies, no explanations. I'll only be in town a short while, and the sadder and wiser over me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian!
Quiet, please.
The librarian. Marion, you're not listening to me. Look. Marion. Marbles, 6 steelies, 8 aggies, a dozen peewees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop them.
No!
Not a librarian. What can I do? My dear, to catch your ear. I love you madly, 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 my dear. Heaven help us. The library caught on fire, and the volunteer host brigademen had to whisper the news to Marion. Madam librarian. What can I say? I'm here to make it clear. I need you badly, badly, madam librarian. Marion, if I stumble and I bust in my hook to my car, I can write your floor and notice to my body and turn to Marion. Madam librarian. Now, a man could sing in the night. And a fellow would know that his doggy had heard every word of his song with the moonlight helping along. But when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, madam librarian, librarian, the long lost cause I never been. For the civilized world accepts his unforgivable sin, and he's walking out loud with any librarian, such as Marion. Madam librarian. Such as Marian. The ladies' dance committee meets on Tuesday nights. Madam Librarian. Marshmallow. Well, Tommy, we had a pretty good morning. 11 sales out of 12. Tell you what, it's almost noon. Why don't you go home and get some dinner? I'll try a few by myself. Goodbye, Professor. Oh, Tommy. Thanks.
Just a minute here. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a license.
Why, no, Mershin. I collect doorbells. This particular specimen has an unusual...
Punch one out of value. Soliciting is a statutory miscount. A malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Just missed you. Mr. Mayor, no.
What?
That spread of the little finger. It's hereditary.
Oh, it is? What does that mean?
It means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a big black flugelhorn.
That's good?
Is that good? It means America has at last produced an artist who can flugel a minute waltz in 50 seconds.
How could I get one of those horns?
Signed here, Mr. Mayor. That'll be $17 import fee.
Yes, sir. Just think. I could have missed this all. I haven't got any, son. You unscrupulous fly-by-night. You unfabulous. You be down City Hall with your by-God references at 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Mrs. Peru, do you realize that you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
If your son has that same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles, by George, well, not that he could ever be a really great, you understand.
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Klein.
But Professor, we are Irish.
No! Oh, that cinches it. Signed here, Mrs. Peru. Your son was born to play the cornet. That'll be $17 earnest money. Not a penny more due until the first installment, payable at the opening of band practice. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
Hello, son. Certainly his uniform, and there won't be a penny more due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to imagine, to anticipate, at no cost whatsoever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitements of today. A stripe? Certainly, my boy. A wide red stripe going right down the side. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you can get him to play in the band, then you'll have St. Michael's own way with you. But if anyone can do it, I'll bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'll pick you for hod carrying, clay pipe smoking, shamrock wearing, harp playing, Mavernine pitching, Towers Hall minstrel singing Irishman. Be gobbin' be jabbers. Where are you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it. Yeah. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Yes, gold medal class of Art 5. How to do, Miss Peru?
How do you, Mr. Hill?
Why, of course, Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. You know, I tried to see you
He
since
wants
the
to
other...
put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marion, the boy may have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, you know.
Oh, really? Your husband musical? Well, I'd like to talk to him, I'm sure
Do you burst into everyone's home like this? Prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Well, now, that's 1 for and 1 against. Now, why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I'm sorry. But that's just all the more reason your brother should have something
My
like this.
brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taking it away. He's been brooding about it for 2 years now. Would you care to explain it to him? As to your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks, I hardly. I get the feeling she likes the idea. A little cautious, perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive and I'll be back later in the week.
1 moment, Professor. About the boy's measurements, I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crouch 14.
Fine. That's all. I really must get back to the hotel now.
I do hope you'll excuse Marion. She's not really...
Now, Mrs. Peru, don't worry about a thing. I'm sure that deep down in heart, she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Widow Peru.
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think about your future? Gary, Indiana Conservatory class of Art 5? Now, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future does not depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing traffic man who comes to town. And the fact that he claims music is his commodity does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that it means the flint in one drawer and the steel in another. You'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you were there. Will you please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside? It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large black volume with brown corners.
Do I have to?
You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now, what are you up to? Why do you eat books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help me poke some large holes in the professor's blade.
Well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind my asking, just what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Ryder to back into the ancient history stuff every time he comes into the library.
He does.
Or Ed Damage and that buggy of his with a removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shiny white armor either.
My white knight, nor Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a news I sing. My white knight, what my heart would say if it only knew. Please
Zanita, hey Zanita!
Tommy, Papa and Mom are sitting right there in the bed. Good.
Alright, then meet me after supper.
I can't. It's effortlessly. Meet you where?
Footbridge.
You see, isn't that just what I said? Last time the lumberyard and now the footbridge. And where will you meet me after that? From Black Hole Calcutta? Good.
Alright, I only wanted to show you my invention.
What invention?
A music holder from marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws. See? When you keep it tight enough to hold the music study, it cuts off your circulation and you can't wiggle your fingers. Meanwhile, you could go blind.
Tommy, it's Papa.
Is that the first thing I said, or isn't it?
Yes, George.
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll tail the horse. Get that spellbinder's credentials, I said. Morning of July 4th, 1912. And now look, my wife is off dancing at any and all hours a day instead of in the home.
But George!
The school board saying up street and down alley instead of tending to city matters. My oldest girl is boodling around with some wild kid, and my business has fallen off so far, I can't find the balance sheet.
Mayor Shin, I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
Is who?
His university.
Oh, I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can ever get out of him. Gary Conservatory, class of what, 5?
Well, if you'll just take a moment to read about the conservatory, I'm sure you won't have to look much further. It's on page...
Papa, the Wells Fargo wagon is just coming up from the depot.
The Wells Fargo wagon? A likely story. At this hour of the day? Nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon?
It could be the band instruments.
The band instruments?
The Wells Fargo wagon is a rolling down the street. Please let it be for me. The Wells Fargo wagon is a rolling down the street. I wish I knew what it could be.
I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday.
In March I got a great racket
Montgomery works at the bathtub and a cross got salt.
The Wells Fargo wagon is a rolling down the street. A free enterprise or COT. It could be curtains or dishes or a double boiler.
Or it could be,
Yes, it could be, yes, you're right, and sure it could be something very, very special now.
just for me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a rolling down the street. The road doesn't pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a rolling down the street. I wish I knew what it was coming for. And we expect a new rocking chair.
I hope I get my raisins.
The DAR sends a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. I don't know how I could ever wait to see. It could be something for someone who is really thinking about it. Could be something special just for me.
Here you are, Winthrop.
My cornet. Gee, thanks, Professor.
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think about the minuet machine.
Sister, isn't this the most scrumptious solid gold thing you ever saw? I never thought I'd see something so scrumptious such as a solid gold thing. Oh, sister!
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I better hear some fine attitude down them horns. In pretty short order, or I'll see you in front of the grand jury going to the county seats. Now, Miss
not set me down, and it's your not to go to that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams, till once more the morning breaks through. What words could we say that were truer or plainer than it's you? Oh, yes, it's you.
Mr. Washburn, we are entitled to 5 more minutes.
Well, if you think you can hold it in back, go ahead.
Start her off, Mr. Washburn. Wait to see the new stuff Professor Hill taught us.
All right, what'll it be?
Bishop Ruby.
Now, who little kids for their birthdays? Usually a husky. Who little kids will flex my mouth? Let me see my pussy. The woman will wait to start my mouth. Let the clouds finish the ground. Think the girl is flying down. She is Ruby. Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. Walk around the way, turn and walk around the way. Turn around one more cloud. Start to tell me so.
Papa, please! It's Capulets like you make blood in the market
You watch your visage, young woman. Go home. You Ellie?
Yes, George,
You tend to your dance.
Oh, my sense.
Yeah, well, I'll hand it to Nita. Taken up with wild kids from the wrong side of town.
Mr. Mayor, if I could just make you
Well,
understand.
you can't. And by the way, thanks for nothing. I've read that book you gave me from cover to cover for a whole week and didn't find a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if you please.
I'll sit on your hat as soon as get these premises off my old squirrel. Yes.
All right then, but in the meantime, I just want you to know I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. That boy's got the confidence of every kid in town. You'll be standing in line waiting to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time the band plays its first concert, the individual members have to foregather their own wheelchairs on account of broken legs will get from tripping over their beards. I'll tell you something, my fine young feather. My feathered young... Never mind! Oliver, JC, yours, all of it! I want this man's references and I want him tonight. Don't let him out of your sight. He's living in a Mississippi scourgeon.
Do you mean you want us to get his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. I couldn't make myself any clearer if I say, button hook in a wellwood.
Professor Hill, I think it was wonderful of you coming to Tommy's defense.
Oh, that was nothing?
Yes, it was.
No, a man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? The coward dies 1,000 deaths. The brave man, only 500. Well, you see, the mayor was already pretty mad on account of his pool table. Now, I suppose a musical recommendation from a musical authority like yourself would help, but I wouldn't think of asking you for a thing like that.
What, Professor Hill?
You would?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I was a little more informed. I've been wanting to talk to you about Winthrop's cornet.
His cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine, but you see, he never touches it. Well, the first week or so, he made a few experimental, blacks, I guess you'd say?
Yes, blacks.
And he sings the minuet and G-D-da almost constantly. But he never touches the cornet.
Well,
he says you told him it wasn't necessary.
Well,
he tells me about some thinking system. If he thinks the minuet and G, then he won't have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor.
Miss Marion, the think system is a revolutionary method, I'll admit, but so was Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the egg, Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss these things here in public, but if you'll allow me to call, when may I call?
Why, any night this week.
Take a little, talk a little, take a little, talk a little, ching, 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 take a little more, take a little thrill. We think back to our time in the autumn, days, sun, ching, ching, ching. We were so dear to our time, Shaboo, Professor Hill, dance like a fairy princess. We'll teach you for your power. You had golden string in your hands, silver shoes you off your feet. We know that you will soon unfold your easy heart with the Lord's goal. Here, we're wanting your heart to ding, 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 ding. Fairy princess, broken door, golden children, silver shoes. Now I'm told, how you're acting here, my woman's heart to be. The professor told us to read those books. Let me still be your more than all. Johnson, Daddy, Balls.
Sorry, Professor, but we got our orders. Yeah, we all being deputized.
Yes, congratulations. Well, let's see now. You know, every time I try and give you fellows my references and credentials, you seem to get off the subject somehow. You know, I have just what you want up in my hotel room. Take me a second.
Sorry, afraid we'll have to go along with you.
Oh, yes. Well, let's see if I have my key. What's this? It's a testimonial from Madame Lady, the only female flute player ever to appear on the Red Cat circuit. Her stage name, of course, actually she was from Orleans. Lida Rose Quackenbush. Could I see that for a minute? Yes, never forget the name Lida Rose. Sing as the old song. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose. To get the sun back in the sky. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose. About 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion of the question. Lida Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lida Rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Lida Rose, oh, won't you be mine? Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose, oh, Lida Rose.
Dream on now, dream on then, dream of a love that might have been. I love you, oh yes, I love you, and I'll bravely tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet the memory, how long ago, forever, oh yes, forever, will I ever tell you, I know.
Lida Rose, oh,
Dream on now,
sun back in the sky.
dream of a
About 1,000 kisses shine. Ding dong, I can hear the chapel bell chime.
I'm afraid we tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet the memory,
Oh, Marion, will you ever stop arguing with yourself? Will you ever tell him? Won't you ever tell him? Ah, yes, no. Fiddlesticks. Just open your mouth and let it come out.
Now, Mama.
Now, nothing. If he ever comes to calling you again, you see him alone. And if you haven't the gumption to tell him how you feel...
Tell him?
Well, there's nothing wrong with a ladylike hint.
Mama.
Victor, where have you been?
Listen.
Fishing?
With Harold. You mean Professor Hill? Mm-hmm. And look, I still have some worms left. Did you have a good time? Scrumptious. And he taught me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. And he said he'd take me there someday. And he taught me a song that had hardly any S's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me
logical explanation of how I happened on this elegant syncopation. I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, New York, Rome. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. If you'd like to have a logical explanation of how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome.
But Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. I'm gonna go to Amarillo for my live frog.
Winthrop.
Thanks, sister. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da.
Leave the dishes, Mama. I'll do them.
Don't you have to change for the sociable?
There's time later.
Do the Shins live around here somewhere?
The Shin home is on Easttown. This is Westtown.
Ah, criminy. I see you're the piano teacher in town. You must know something about that fella Hill forming a kid's band here.
Yes?
Well, don't let that worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades, that swindling two-bit thimble-rigger. That's why I gotta see Shin. I know. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute order. Wish you were 20. Sure like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Bow. And bill salesman. But just now I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity. That swindler Hill.
Mr. Cal, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's corset cover. That fella's been the raspberry seed of my wisdom tooth just long enough. Spoil Illinois for me. It's not gonna spoil Iowa. Say, what kind of music teacher are you didn't see right through him? He's no more professor.
I know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director at his school last year.
Wait a minute. Fine director. Tell me you heard one note of music from any band?
No, but...
That's nothing, girly girl. He never formed a band in his life. And he never will.
You just listen to me for a minute.
I'd like to. I'd like to do more than that if I had the time. Sure got the inclination. But I gotta get back on that train, and I gotta leave this dynamite with somebody in the way to the deck. Bye, girly girl.
You'll never catch that train at the depot. You'll have to get it at the crossing.
No, sir. Got to leave word, and I can see you ain't the one to leave.
Just a minute, Mr. Cal. You don't know me yet.
Is that an invitation?
I mean, I don't know you.
Yeah. I need more time.
I mean, as well as I'd like to.
No trouble there, girly girl.
I never met a man who's a vandal before. That's something, well, quite different.
Takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Anvils have a limited appeal. What am I doing? I missed that train, I'll be fired. I gotta leave word about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin side. How do I know you'll live his life?
Rhyme me. There's your train, now run for it.
Are you double kill no? Who do you think you're protecting? That guy's got a dad on every county in Illinois. And he's taking it away from every one of them. And that's 102 counties. That kind of piano teachers let you impose deductions just to keep their mouths shut. Neither one of you's heard the last of me, girly girl.
Light goes out, everyone knows that I'm hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Light rose, oh, won't you be mine? Light rose, oh, light rose, oh, light rose.
Miss Peru, top of the evening, Miss Marion.
You and Marion come up and sit. I've left some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on then.
Shall we set, as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't need anything.
Now, Miss Marion, I'm not suggesting that your invitation incurred anything but academic enlightenment. The Think system, I've been by your house to try to explain it to you a time or two this week, but there always seem to be people around. Ladies mostly, I thought.
Yes, Miss Squires and several of the ladies.
I'm glad. Wouldn't want anybody beating my time. You wouldn't? No, ma'am. Well, it's evidently not the convenient night.
Professor Hill, is it really true that you've had 100... What I'm trying to say is...
Yes?
Is it really true that you developed a think system?
A what? A think system. Yes, it's really very simple. As simple as whistling. Nobody has to show you how to use your lips in whistling. You only have to think it to them clearly. You have it clearly here. Now, just try this yourself before you have any questions.
I take your word.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you meet dozens, even 100.
Well,
have they all been as fascinated as I have with the think system?
Some more, some less. One young lady had even thought up the same system before I got to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please, Professor Hill, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than to explain the think system to me.
Can't think of one.
And I'm sure I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears rumors about librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left that job for me so Mother Winthrop and I can have some security. Now, surely you don't believe.
Of course not. But why do you think people start those rumors?
Narrow-mindedness, jealousy. Jealousy mostly, I guess.
And jealousy also starts rumors about traveling salesmen. Tell me, what have you heard?
Oh, nothing about you personally, just generally.
What have you heard generally?
Just that. But of course, it stands to reason that jealousy and disappointment can lead to. I mean, take you for instance, and your attentions to customers and well teachers might easily be misinterpreted. Mightn't they?
Well.
No honesty, mightn't they? And so you say if another salesman or somebody were to become jealous, well then they could be downright lies, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Why, of course.
And then it just goes to show that you shouldn't believe everything you hear. If you just discuss things.
Miss Marion, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you. If we could just sit down. Your knees bend at all?
Well, we could sit on the porch steps.
We could also sit in a large hollow log over at the footbridge.
I couldn't think of it. I've never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I've got it just for the sociable.
And then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I can't. Maybe some other time. Maybe tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrows and you'll end up with nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering. So would I. The footbridge, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama! I just told the professor I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Well, glory be and the saints be praised, it works.
What does?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor.
The people are going to be screaming for music as those kids show up at the sociable.
Yeah, Morris.
There's most of the dough. I got Tommy to collect it. He's trying to hold the kids together at least. Pretending to hold practice over at the lumber yard.
What time does the freight go?
9:40 from the junction.
It's not even 8:30 yet.
Look, if you want to throw the word all around here and get yourself caught in a bunny trap, you go ahead. But if
Marcellus, I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Miss Marion, do you want to wait?
But you said 15 minutes.
What I meant was, you're about 26 years late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with a fella.
Well, if you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I suppose I'm not the only one to find it easier to think clearly when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marion, surely you don't think I've been selling you anything.
Oh, no, you've given me something, and that's why I've decided to come.
But I don't recall giving.
Oh, yes, you have. Something beautiful, and that's why I came, and I'm glad. Oh, please don't be afraid that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. There have been many more to fall, and there will be many more. But that's no reason for me not to be grateful for what you've left behind for me.
Marion, there's still a lot you don't know about me.
Hey, Ray.
Excuse me, I'm expecting a cable from Hector Berlioz. This could be it. Now what?
Who's the salesman here? Sounds like she's selling and you're buying.
Well, I didn't know I was going to be able to leave this early. Besides, I had to keep her off balance now, didn't I?
Well, she's so far off balance now you can't tell her from a catboat in a hurricane.
Listen, Buster Brown, I've come up through the ranks on this little skirmish, and I'm not resigning without my commission.
But Greg, you can't get anywhere right out here on the footbridge.
Look, there's a place over at Madison Park makes this footbridge look like an old lady's home. Now beat it, go get the ring. Miss Mary, where were we?
You were about to tell me what I didn't know about.
Yes, but we really don't have to go into that just now, do we?
No, Harold. Or ever for that matter. The librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately. But she did when you first came.
Oh, really? About what?
About Professor Harold Hill. Gary Conservatory of Music, gold medal class of on 5. Harold, there was no Gary Conservatory on 5.
Why, there's certainly.
Because the town wasn't built for on 6. See you at the show.
Then you're the wrong time.
Since July 2nd, 3 days after you came. This was originally intended to be used against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why didn't you? Why, you little? Well, 110 cornets played the air. Then I modestly took my place as the one only bass, and I moved up and down the square. With 110 cornets right behind. There were boys of every shape and sweet dreams, be yours, dearest dreams, there be.
Well, 110 cornets played the air.
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my someone, good night.
Right! That's crazy! He's going all over town, spilling everything! I don't say I'm crazy, missed my dream. I only lost my job. But I got you now, Bill, and you'll pay. You'd be in the clink right now, heading for the piano teacher. Told her all about you, what you do? Little you guys been around town so I couldn't get the shake. Little dried up man, hungry ducks, you round heel fish kick.
Get out of here or I'll kill you, you dirty
You
man!
bully, you big blow. I'll stay in this town, you get yours up, down, through, and sideways. Why, you never even knew the territory.
Great, here's your stop. The ring's in the alley. Come on, hurry up!
And the fountain.
Stop everything! Listen to this man!
You gullible green grass go! Can't you get up your heads? You're being swindled out of your ID right now? This minute? There's a burglar in the bedroom while you're filling in the parlor. I'm talking about Harold Hill. Road agents. I women. Pickpockets. Same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, mister. And yours, madam. And yours, lady. Ever since he first came to this town. There's more documented evidence than your refinery. There isn't any band. There never has been any band. And there never will be any band. And if you don't hunt this man down right now, like a mad dog, there won't be any Harold Hill either. He'll be on the next train out of town.
How will you believe me?
Well, what are we waiting?
I want my money back.
Money back? I was hot.
Answer him! And when you find him, bring him to the schoolhouse! Answer
Meredith, I've been looking all over for you.
Harold, I've been looking for Winthrop. He's run away. Harold, he's gone.
son, leave me go.
Not till I talk to you.
You won't tell me the truth anyway.
I would too.
We're not.
Would too. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Are you in a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a dirty writer's book?
Yes.
Leave me go, you big liar.
What's the matter? You wanted to hear the truth now, did you? Now look, I'm bigger than you and you're going to stand here and get it all, so you might as well quit wiggling. Now there's two reasons why I wanted you in the band. First of all, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the beginning. That's why I wanted you in the band, just so you'd quit moping around all summer. I always think there's a band, kid.
And what's the second thing I'm entitled to know?
Well, the second thing, well, come to think of it, you're not entitled to know that anyway.
I wish you never came to River City.
No, you don't.
Sister, he promised us.
I know what you promised us. And it all came true just like you said. The colors, the lights, the flags, and the symbols.
There was all that.
The way every kid walked around this town this summer and looked and acted, especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish he'd never come to River City?
Well, you do, don't you?
No. Now go, Harold, please.
Go on, Professor.
I can't go with her. For the first time in my life, I got my foot stuck in the door. There was love but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all. Till there was.
Right. We're here. That way, that way.
Go on, Professor. That way, that way.
Which is why I interrupted the program at this point. Rest assured this snake in our bosom would have been misrepresented by this time. Yes, and always remember, fellow River citizens, I can only remind you that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from happening.
What have you done to get our money back?
That bag collected nearly $300 for uniforms. Just tonight. We haven't even seen any of those uniforms
You
yet.
slippery, I told you!
Seen any uniform? Or my boy either. Nonsense. Just nonsense.
He's a kidnapper.
Fine situation here.
Just a minute! Virtuous triumph! The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, for a melting tar and collecting feathers, I will not say them nay.
Well, I should think there ought to be some of you who forget our everlasting Iowa stubborn chip-on-the-shoulder attitude long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? Surely there ought to be some of you who are grateful to him for what he brought to River City, and if so, I should think you would want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. There's a person in this hall who doesn't think this man Hill should be tarred and feathered. Let him stand up. You rarely sit down! And the rest of you standing there like a total Shropshire sheep! Have you people forgotten how you bought expensive uniforms, technical instruction books, and high-priced band instruments? Have you forgotten the clear understanding and warranty that your children will be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band?
Think, people. Think.